Up next, Titus O'Neil taking on Rusev in a rematch from Money in the Bank. And the match was all right for what it was, but I think it was successful in kind of furthering the story there between the two of them and setting up a rematch for the Battleground pay-per-view for the U.S. Championship. I thought, overall, this thing was really, really booked. Really, really well booked. The match itself was really nothing of note, but you had O'Neil pick up a credible victory. Rusev was protected in countout, and it sets up the rematch for Battleground, presumably. So I thought, overall, like, all things considered, this was really, really well done. And Titus O'Neil's been really, really doing well since he came back from his suspension, so he deserves another shot at the championship. I don't know if he wins the title. I wouldn't think so, but I like the renewed aggression in Titus O'Neil. It really kind of gives his character new meaning. Honestly, I mentioned this on Twitter last night. I would hold the championship not at Battleground, not the title match at Battleground. I would hold it next week on Raw. I know it's a holiday show, but that's exactly why I would do it. Just because it's a 4th of July episode. It's the U.S. Championship. Titus O'Neil is like a perfect representative of the U.S., so I would just do the title match next week, and then you can move on to another match between Rusev at Battleground. It doesn't have to be O'Neil. It could be someone else. So I know they're probably going to save it for the pay-per-view. Otherwise, they might have announced it by now. They're just going to happen next week on Raw. But with it being the 4th of July, I'm a sucker for like a U.S. title match on the 4th of July. They did one in 2014. They did one in 2008 on SmackDown on the fatal 4th of July match between Matt Hardy, Chavo Guerrero, Shelton Benjamin, and Mr. Kennedy. I would do the same thing on next week's Raw between Rusev and Titus O'Neil. It's probably not going to happen, but that's just my 2 cents.